So, what's up YouTube? I finally got a new camera, and as most of you know, this weekend was United States National Championships. Unfortunately, myself, I placed 68th. I lost round 11 to the player that I am now going to profile his deck for him. That person would be my good friend and someone who helps me very often with this channel, Jose. And he played Gladiator Beasts. So I'm going to do a profile on his deck right now. We have 3 Thunder Kings. This card is very important against Herald, very important against Infernity, and very, very important against X-Sabers. He played 8 X-Saber matches on the weekend, including myself, and I can tell you this card was probably an MVP in most of the matchups. Shutting down your opponent's synchros and their searches is absolutely necessary in this format, and even in Sabers, I played a pair of these, as did many other people who top 16 or day 2'd. Of course, 3 Test Tigers, 2 Gladiator Beast Liquaris, 2 Quests, 2 Sam Knights, 1 Bestiari, 1 Secutor. A lot of people I've seen play Gladiator Beast haven't been playing this card, but in a format where your opponents often start turn 1 with a set face down monster, this card is pretty MVP for Glads, as they have multiple ways, or as any Gladiator Beast plus Test Tiger goes into it, and so does this card, Rescue Cat, which is of course another card that's great in Gladiator Beast at the moment, and basically the best deck, Sabers. 1 Darius, 1 Murmelo, 1 Retiari, and the 19th monster, Prisma. He didn't really say too much about this. I know we added it at the last minute, but I lost to this card personally, round 1, so this card's pretty good right now. It allows you to speed up and make plays, which are needed this format. You have to be able to control tempo and push, or you will probably lose against the other decks. Spells, there are 6 of them. Heavy Storm, Cold Wave, Mystical Space Typhoon, and a playset of Book of Moons. There are other spells in this deck that you can play, such as Smash and Grounds and Dimensional Fissures. Some people main that card. We're not really partial to them, and I think playing it retroactively instead of proactively, like allowing them to make moves and then you respond to them with Book of Boons and allow you to gain advantage off your Gladiator Beast, is the way to play, instead of trying to force removal on their monsters, which most of the decks are just going to swarm anyways, and you might not get anywhere against it with pieces of removal. The trap cards. This staple, Solemn Judgment. A 1-of copy of Royal Oppression, which this card, Heraclinos plus this card, is Jose's catchphrase, and it wins games with or without Heraclinos. Having 2100 Homplimus, or Liquari that is, versus most decks with Oppression on the field, is going to win you the game 9 times out of 10. And that's pretty crucial this format. This might potentially go up to 2. The staple in every deck, Trap Dust Shoot, except for Frog FTK, I should say. But this card is just too good not to play in any of the standard non-OTK decks. Having information in your opponent's hand is, of course, crucial in every format, but especially so in this format. Power cards, Mirror Force, and Torrential. Opposite order. Protection, Starlight Road. Something that a lot of people aren't playing in Gladiator Beasts, but we are, Trap Stun. Allows us to make plays under our own oppressions, gain advantage, and shut out their traps, and probably oppressions if need be. 2 bottomless trapple, 2 dust tornadoes to round out the spell trap removal. There are 5 pieces of magic and trap based magic and trap removal in this deck, which we believe is the optimal number. 2 copies of Gladiator Sports Chariot. 3 didn't seem like it was needed. Once you get 1, you just constantly loop it anyways, and you don't need to. You can force yourself into it with Sam Knights, so you don't necessarily need to play 3 of them in this format. And 2 cards which were, for playing him personally, hurt me a lot is Compulsory Evacuation Device. The ability to trade with Synchros and just get cards off the field, stop them from false rolling against Sabers, stop them from synchroing in Infernities, or put their Archfiend back in hand before it resolves so its effect fizzles. Things like that, this format are really important, and that makes this card really, really good in Gladiator Beast right now. The extra deck it's just a standard extra deck. I'll just show you. Stardust Dragon for the road, 2 Chimera Techs, 3 Geysiris, and 3 Heraclinos. There are other cards in here, but they're not of note, as you can't actually synchro in the main deck. The side deck is pretty standard. I'm missing 4 cards from the side deck because we had to give them back to somebody, our friend who went with us. Thank you, David, for borrowing Jose these cards. Consecrated Lights, of course, against Infernity and Black Wings, because Black Wings is not a good matchup for Gladiator Beasts as it is, but this card makes it a little more lopsided. Jose's personal preference, I wouldn't side these cards. 2 Legendary Jujutsu Masters, which I have to give these shiny ones back to somebody. Thank you, Mr. Tendrum. 2 Doom Caliber Knights. This card's mainable, but we think it's better in the side deck. Depends on if you go first or second if you bring more of these in, or when you bring these in. Your side decking depends on if you're going first or second, to us at least. There's a 3rd copy of DD Crow, which is one of the cards that I had to give back. Brain Control for the mirror match. There was a lot of Gladiator Beasts, so this card, Jose didn't play any, he got lucky. But this card, as there was a bunch of Gladiator Beasts, is pretty important. A single 1-of Crevice for, I guess you can bring it against Sabers, but you mostly want to bring it against Infernity, Frogmire, Frog FTK, if you're going first against Frog FTK. The 2nd copy of Royal Oppression. And the rest of the side deck, the 3 missing cards, are Mask of Restrict. And that finishes out this Gladiator Beast deck. In the upcoming weeks before Indy, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, hopefully releasing a video every day for you guys about something or another, hopefully more about gameplay and decks than about trading, as I would like to help everyone improve, and getting close to Indy, I would like to sharpen my own skills, as Shonen Jumps are fun and important because no one likes to lose. So that is Gladiator Beast for you guys, and I'll be doing my Saber deck within the next few days. Thanks for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe.